All right, so I bring you another video in terms of redesigns with AI and conversion rate optimization. And in this specific case, we had Volity and, Izar asked me if I could do a redesign for Volity. So here we go. This is their main sales page. I'm not doing any redesigns for full designs, by the way. I'm just doing for, above the fold sections. So if you are interested in getting a redesign, idea for your own sales page, comment below and I'll go ahead and select a few of you guys and then do more of these. I already did over 10 of these redesigns and I'm keep going, right? So if you want yours to be highlighted, let me know. Comment down below and I'll do the one of these. So the very first thing I did was I created a little bit more stronger branding in towards of the SaaS, more something more. No, the logo is very, very cool, by the way. The logo is very cool. And what I did, I brought a stronger presence to it because this is trading, this is investing. I'm not sure who exactly is their audience, like who they are targeting. If it's something more like younger brands or not younger brands, younger people, or if it's more like older people, say if it's new style investment, old style investment, whatever it is. But I went from this design for newer targets, okay, newer audience. So I utilized the logo there. I went for a dark theme. You can also make this happen with light theme as well as easy. But yeah, so let's go ahead and step by step. Very first thing is a section with some special offer. In this case, is credits. It could be something else. I don't know exactly how their software works, so I just added an idea as a placeholder here for free credits. And 299 of 350 spots are already taken, so only 51 spots left. This creates scarcity. And if you want to make this even better, you can create this as dynamic. It's feeling, and it creates more it creates more movement, sorry, and makes the user feel like this is, they can lose their spot any minute now, right? Another thing is, for example, here, if you can have like a JavaScript call where you have 51 spots, and then after a couple seconds it goes for 50, and then it goes for 47. It does a jump, right? So it starts decreasing a little bit. You can refresh it. You can refresh these by visit or by IP address. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's your tactics. You can add this if you like to or not. Another thing you can do is you can add a hyperlink when people click on limited claims, limit time, and on the icon, they can go to a specific offer right away. So they skip the entire thing. They go straight to the offer, make it shiny, make a pop-up, make it shiny, and make it, as urgent as possible to solve. Then we have the menu here, navigation bar. So we have a lot of buttons here. This is not a standard sales page. It's more like a branding website. We have the logo right there. We have the wallet, invest, trade, company, English or multi-language, because we want to make sure that the user goes through, spends a little bit of time here, and spends more time getting to know this brand. It's very important that when you are dealing with things, for example, investment, health, those things that are not impulse purchases, those things are more they are more premeditated decisions. You want the user to spend as much time as possible inside your environment so that they have more touch points, and therefore they can go ahead and um, increase the rapport with you and sell themselves a lot better. So in this case, we have a lot of different things here on the menu, multi-language, and also we have our socials. Yes, they are going to bounce, but socials is very, very important, specifically if you are active on socials for those same reasons, for building multiple touch points, and making sure that you build a relationship with them as fast as possible. So even though they bounce the sales page, they can always come back, because if you are on the socials, you can redirect them from your posts and all that stuff. Here we have some social proof around there. Users already joined. There's a typo there. One wallet, then invest, then trade. To be honest with you, I would highlight then trade and not then invest, but depends on what is the motto of the company. Then we have a paragraph there of what it is your all-in-one hub for money movement, market access, and financial clarity. And then you have just one thing, which is getting their email. You don't want to do a lot more than that. Just get the email, open my free wallet. That's the first step. And then as they go for the first step, you go for the third step where you get a little bit more data, more information. And then the second step, you go for the third step where you can actually create an account and start making their first trades. Okay, so for these apps, it's very important to do a multi-step kind of scenario instead of just one big form. Do it a multi-step, and at each step you collect the data as they press submit. Okay, it's very important to do that because there's a huge bounce rate in these things. So you kind of want to track the hot leads, the cold leads, and warm leads, and this is a very ethical way to do that. What else? Here we just have these kind of illustrations. I went through the liquid design style, but maybe you like it, maybe you don't like it. This is 100% up to you. And from there, the last thing we have is no credit card required, free forever. This is just a claim, but you can try to see what kind of plans do you have, and if that's true or not. It can be free forever, but then have some kind of payments later on. That's up to you. Okay, so there you go. You also follow these things here. Open your free wallet. Done. This is the redesign. As far as the mobile experience, I did the exact same thing here, but added a line on center. Then we have an hamburger menu. We have the credibility, social proof there. Same copy, everything aligned to the center. And what's the most important thing is really this experience right here. Invest, trade, enter email, open your free wallet. That's it. That's all you want to do. So we want to make sure that the eyes of the users are focused on the limited time, claim your free credits, open my free wallet, done, double incentive, and that's the only thing we want to do. Okay. Now from there you can also do all other things. Like adding, pop-ups on the bottom left corner where people are joining the app. You can also do, let me see, you can also do a chatbot if you want to. But anyway, that's going to depend on what your client's strategy and goal is going to look like. And in this specific case, I think it did we did a good job. I did a good job here, and going from this to that for mobile and for desktop. So that's pretty much about it. If you have any questions, leave them below. If you want yours to be redesigned, or maybe if you don't even want to redesign, if you just want an audit on your sales page, and what I would personally do to use, design psychology, conversion psychology to increase the performance of your page, leave your page below, and I'll go ahead and do a quick search and create a video for you. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video.